So welcome, Eduardo. Nice to finally see you. We only spoke on the phone so far. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you. And we have talking by phone so far. Now it's a very important moment for me into Audacity Capital because I could upgrade to my 30K account. It's very important. It was very hard, but here we go.
Good. Congratulations on your first target. How was for you the journey? How long did it take you? A few months, right?
Yeah, I take about 28 weeks for 4 or 5 months. It's been a tough job because I came from a school of Forex, very aggressive method of trading, and I had to learn with Audacity to adapt to my risk management. So it was very difficult to apply the fundamentals of Audacity, the low leverage, 1 to 5, the restrictions of the lots. We can't trade with just 0.5 lots on 50K account. So it was a challenge for me because it was a very difficult situation to adapt into my trading system.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself first, before we go into the details of the specific account? Tell us a little bit, how long have you been trading for? Are you trading full-time or is it a part-time that you do? Tell us the story.
Okay, I have 42 years old. I'm from Brazil, Vitória, Espírito Santo, and I have been trading since 2008. It's been a long time, 15 years, and full-time since November 2022. Last year, I became full-time on Forex.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you mainly trade on Forex throughout your career, or you were focusing on other assets as well?
No, actually, I just trade Forex pairs. I don't trade indices. I don't trade metals. Just Forex pairs because we have a very risk level trading indices and metals. So I prefer to stay on Forex pairs.
Okay. And tell me, there is any particular pair that you like to trade, or is just the Forex currencies, the currency pairs in general?
I try to make a pre-analysis of the market. So I prefer to choose some specific pairs according to the market situations. So, but I trade the major pairs, and I like to trade Aussie, cable, Euro, USD. And these are the main currencies I prefer to trade.
So mainly major pairs. Okay, that's fine. That's interesting. And tell me a little bit about the style. Would you consider yourself to be more an intraday trader, a swing trader? What's the style?
Audacity Capital, we have a rule that we cannot trade over the weekend. So I prefer to trade swing. I prefer to trade scalping trading than swing trade because we are not allowed to hold positions over the weekend. So it's a very important rule to observe on Audacity. So scalping trading, I think it's the very best strategy to use during the week because you cannot on Friday you have to close all your positions. And we have to observe that rule. So I prefer to scalping.
Okay. And is something that you were doing also before joining Audacity or before you were doing like swing trading?
Before I come to Audacity, I was trading my personal account, my particular account. I was making a research about prop firms last year, and I found Audacity on internet, and I think the Audacity has you have a very interesting method to Forex because you have an all ecosystem that help us to become profitable and consistent in the Forex market, because all the rules that you have can lead us to a very consistent path to Forex.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, a lot of our rules are designed to actually help traders to become consistent, not only profitable, because you can be profitable, but to be consistently profitable, you need to give yourself some rules. So the fact that we, as a funding provider, we give you some rules to respect, in a way, it actually makes your life as a trader easier in a way. But tell me something. Since you have a long experience, you have been trading part-time and now full-time since 2008. So it's been a long time. Have you changed your strategy or your approach to the market from when you were trading your personal funds to now that you're trading with us?
Okay, I prefer to trade with prop firm capitals nowadays, because we have a huge amount of capital, different from our personal accounts.
Sure.
So I think it's a very good opportunity to become profitable and trade a huge amount of capital instead of our own capital. So since last year, I became a very inclusive trading on prop firms. So Audacity is a place to stay, because all the ecosystem you have a physical address. You are not only an online prop firm. You have all structure back to the trader.
Yeah, it's true. And why don't you tell me a little bit more about the strategy that you use? You say that you prefer now scalping and intraday trading rather than swing trading because of our rules you mentioned, which is good. But what about the strategy itself? Do you rely on some indicators? Is it more based on price action, market structure? What do you do? How do you decide when and how to take a trade?
Okay, actually, I use algo trading. I like very much to trade with algos, with robots, with expert advisors. So I try to put on my EAs support and resistance, Bollinger Bands, SMC concept. I like to use Fibonacci retracement. So I have 3 kinds of robots that I use according to the market conditions of the week. So I try to use my algo trading, making a study of the market and put to work on my account.
Okay, that's fine. And did you design these EAs, these algos?
Yeah, I have some free EAs that I got, but I have my own that I'm using right now, inclusive. Actually, I'm using a support and resistance strategy with Bollinger Bands to trade. So I think the condition of the market right now, I have becoming profitable with this strategy so far.
Okay, that's interesting. And have you noticed that these algos, for example, work better on some pairs rather than other? Is there a reason why you mainly focus on major pairs?
Yeah, like manual trading, I try to take some pairs that are not very trending pairs, because I prefer to try to trade with ranging pairs.
Ranging markets, yeah.
So I try to make a study and define these pairs, and I choose 1, 2, 3 pairs and use the strategy on these pairs. But it's important to say that so many people are trying to avoid algo trading robots because they don't know how to use. It's very important to know that it's not suit for everyone. Sure. You have to make an approach of the EA. It's not a play button and
forget about that.
Forget about the robot. No, it's not. It's not that way. So I make an approach Every hour I am looking for, I have observing the strategy, if the it's responding my risk management. So it's very important to have this approach on the algo tradings you use on Forex market. You cannot leave the robot working alone 25 hours.
That's good. That's actually very interesting because, especially nowadays, we have seen, an increasing usage of robot and of EAs. But sometimes, you have those traders that think that they can just, plug in the EA into the platform, and the EA will just do all the job. So it's good to have your experience, your direct experience in this sense, because true, the EA, the algo can help the trader, but it needs to be used as a tool, so as an instrument into the trader's hand, and not just as a substitution of the trader. If you use it as a substitution most of the time, it will not generate the results that one can expect.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your money management, your risk management? I know we have some set rules that you will need to respect, but I'm more interested in how your approach in terms of money management changed between passing from your personal funds and the funded account.
Okay, it's very different from my personal account, my risk management, because on Audacity we have the lot restriction. So we are not allowed to use a quantity of lots. So we have to observe the restriction of lots, and the leverage is very low, 1 to 5. So it helps us stay consistent, because some trades in other platforms used to like 20 lots, 10 lots, and finally they blew their account. So on Audacity, it's very impossible to happen, because exactly. We have a very rich ecosystem that put the trade on trail. So my risk management on Audacity is very conservative. Mm-hmm. Just because of the leverage and because of the lots. So I usually try to find two per one risk management with my algos, and the drawdown is very, very low. My drawdown is very, very low. You can check on my MKL5 profile that you're going to see. I'm very helpful with Audacity because of that, because this risk management is so aligned to the rules of you.
That's good. That's actually good. But on your personal account, are you more aggressive in your style of trading?
Yes, on my personal account, I can be more aggressive because you don't have the drawdown limit, so you can risk a little bit more, but I'm trying to apply the same situation on Audacity on my personal accounts now. I think I learned very, very much with Audacity rules. I think I became I'm a better trader now on Audacity Capital than before. It's uncontestable.
That's very good. That's actually very good. And it's actually very interesting, because you're not the first trader I speak to. And he tells me I've been trading on my personal account. Clearly, when it's your own money, it's your own funds, you don't have to respect, or you don't have to be this strict when it comes to rules of risk management. So sometimes it happens that you tend to overtrade, to over-risk, but it's actually quite common for our traders that trade on their personal funds that they end up apply part or all of the rules that they follow on our programs on their personal funds as well, because they basically, just like you were saying, they start to realize that those rules are actually helping them being consistent, being consistently profitable over time. So if they're doing that with our funds, they decide then to use the same approach to the market also to their personal accounts in order to maximize their profits. And this is something that makes us very, very proud, to be fair, because as I was saying, the program was designed more than 10 years ago now. And the idea of this program has always been to help traders to perform in the market, because when you're succeeding, we are succeeding as well, sharing profits with you 50-50. So it's something that is clearly in our best interest, the fact that you managed to reach your target, and that, you know, account after account with the doubling process, you're always reaching higher stages. Basically, it's a win-win situation. So overall, Eduardo, tell me, how was your journey with Audacity Capital so far?
So it was a tough journey. It was very hard because when we start trade on a prop firm that have low leverage and these kind of rules, we have a kind of shock, because you are actually familiarized to trade with no restriction of lots. So it was a shock for me when I started to trade, because I realized that I need to take another approach for my trading system, take the rules of Audacity to make a better trading system for me. So it was very difficult on the beginning. I know some traders hit the target very fast. Some traders in 15 days, in 1 month. I confess that I had this difficult with the time. So it's been a long time, 5 months, but for me it was very important, because as I told you, it was a school for me. It was I learned so much with this process. As you told, Audacity tried to build a consistent ecosystem for us, and so I realized that this importance of these ecosystems for us.
Yeah, exactly. You know, let me tell you something. It is true that there are traders who managed to reach their target in 1 month. We had someone that did that within the space of 5 days. I remember once on pound yen, if I'm not wrong. But we have a lot of different traders. The thing that we always thought is that's the reason why there is no time frame on the funded trader program, and there was never a time frame on the funded trader program, because as trader ourselves, we realize that there is no point in giving you a time frame to reach a target. We either say you need to be considerate with your risk, you need to be accountable for money management and risk management, or we tell you, okay, you need to make 10% and you need to do that within 1 month. It doesn't make any sense. We know that there is already the market that is putting pressure on a daily basis on our traders. So we don't need to add on that. We actually need to create an environment that is as much relaxing and as much helpful for the traders as possible, in order for them to outperform themselves. But there is no specific time frame for someone. What I can tell you, based on the experience of our traders so far, is that once you get to the first target, then the space between one target and another tends to shrink over time. Because just like you were saying, you needed also to adapt to a new way of approaching the market, with the lower leverage, with a set lot size that you need to respect. Those things you were not used to. Now it did take you some time, but you now know how to deal with that. So
Yeah, sure.
from now on, I can assure you that the process will be much smoother for yourself.
I hope so, no doubt. I was thinking about it these days. I know the next 2 levels. I'm going to be more prepared for enter the market and have the mentality and have the mindset prepared for the next journeys.
That's good. That's good. Okay, Eduardo, it was a pleasure. Only one last thing, since you have this, long experience in the market. Give a suggestion to someone that is now starting into trading, is now learning how to trade. If you have to recommend one thing to them, what would that be?
I would like to recommend to other traders to find a place like Audacity. It's a prop firm that so reliable. You have fast payouts. You promote a very good place to be. You have the physical trading floor. I'm preparing to visit it.
Please do come visit us. Yeah.
In the future, so it's very important to have a physical address. Nowadays, I have this idea that prop firms need to be physical too. And Audacity Capital, it's a fantastic place to be. So I would recommend to other traders to try to experience this FTP program on Audacity Capital and try to understand that you have to be inside this ecosystem with these proper rules of risk management, and you have to be more less aggressive and more consistent with these rules. So I would recommend so far Audacity is the best place to be nowadays.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eduardo. We really, really appreciate your feedback, and we do appreciate you sharing your story with us. So thank you for today. We can catch up then on the next target.
Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.